This trend is called HUMANISE. It links with one of the other trends from the season called Satori. The Satori trend is quite reserved and solitary in its pursuit of harmony and balance. It looks inwards. But this trend looks and reaches outwards to connect, share and problem solve and benefit all so that we can advance together. As artificial intelligence and robotics advance, along with speech and visual recognition, biotechnology, wearable technology and drones, technology will undertake more tasks on our behalf, infiltrating more aspects of our lives. And this will reduce the need for human involvement, eventually, in many things, and we'll be freed up to engage in more satisfying, rewarding and enjoyable activities. So a different type of productivity. As Alibaba founder Jack Ma has proclaimed, we cannot compete with machines. They are faster, smarter and more efficient than us. So it seems the solution to a harmonious future is not for us to become more like computers, but for us to become more human. Life without technology isn't a possibility now, so how do we live in harmony with it and remain fundamentally ourselves, especially as technological singularity looms in the distance? So we must propagate qualities that computers cannot genuinely effectuate: compassion, empathy, morality, even artistic expression, in order to retain and develop the essence of our humanness, awakening our humanity and our connectedness to each other. As human-computer interaction evolves, so must human-to-human interactions, fine-tuning our awareness and understanding of what binds us together and our common human values. There's a focus on environments and products that foster togetherness, sharing and emotional well-being, enhancing our connectedness and comfort levels. It's contact in a contactless future. The union of the senses drives a gentler direction for the experience economy, understated, intimate, subtly personalised and infinitely more nuanced, effective and rewarding. Moral values and design values intertwine. Ethical design and manufacturing decisions align with the conscience of the consumer, who appreciates the wider impact of a chain of choices that ends with them. A focus on social equity and ecological sustainability will allow us all to get out of business and into betterment. Here you can see the trend board we've created that pulls together the main features of this trend in terms of aesthetic values, products and mood. It's altruistic in nature, and a tactile gentleness and visual softness are the starting points. Nurturing shapes embrace and tenderly surround harder product elements, the physical expression of a desire to comfort and make a real connection. Haptic happiness and sensuality come in the form of stimulating textures and soothing fabrics. Discreet translucency promotes the concept of opening up, allowing others to see inside. Intuitive design features preempt our needs or require limited actions and input from users, and this makes products seem as though they're capable of being considerate. In addition to these complementary qualities, old skills from old cultures implant a sense of cultural continuity that we can take with us into the future, binding us to what has come before, where we're from and who we are, our ancestral lineage and heritage, and this introduces natural and noble materials sculpted into strong forms as well as enriching patterns. The weighting of this fascinating colour palette tips between reduced pastels and warm earthen tones, and in doing so it achieves a unique equilibrium. From the bone white at the top, the palette evolves to reveal tints of pale stone, soft lilac ash, clear aqua and a warm mauve. A deep oxblood red in the middle of this section of colours grounds the lighter tones, giving them a greater conviction, whilst the streak of metallic pink enlivens the pastels with its alluring reflective surface. At the base of the palette are the foundation colours: tan complexion, rich terracotta and rock grey. Together they create a trans-seasonal, optimistic ambiance. On the next 3 pages you can see and read about the materials, patterns and shapes that define this trend style. But in brief, materials sit in 2 distinct groups, but whether hard or soft, they have a gentle appearance. Leather, woven textiles, velvets, even rubberized coatings bring tactile softness, whilst terracotta, limestone, tumbled silver travertine and fancy brown quartzite are also visually soft. Pattern is a mix of loose, expressive brushstrokes, free-flowing depictions of human forms and faces, and handwritten words in script, along with the more ordered repeats of microgeometrics and woodblock printed ogee and paisley motif. Shapes are soft, rounded and sculptural, often moulding to the form of the user. They're deeply padded with exaggerated volumes and a tendency to appear malleable and almost protective in the way they hug and surround other components. The humanized trend has evolved from previous seasons' trends in terms of aesthetics and influences, most notably the clarity trend from our Spring-Summer 2019 report, which had a softly composed palette of colours and soothing materials and products. There are also connections with the biotech trend, which also explored the effect of evolving technologies on our way of life, as well as a holistic approach to design thinking and products that aroused an emotional response.